Welcome back to Mix Masala with TJ. Today we are going to continue the second session of the previous episode about crows. We'll be focusing around crow symbolism and about few artists who have used crows in their artwork or even ravens. So we have a very simple description, one to sentence description. If you are enjoying the previous episodes and the bonus track of good music, do leave a feedback and subscribe to my channel TG Fanglu in all my social media. Crow symbolism, the spiritual meaning of seeing crows. Many people associate dreaming of or seeing crows with negative meanings such as death and darkness. And while you may think it as a scary sign of bad luck, crow symbolism goes much deeper than that. In nature, crows are beneficial to the environment. These omnivorous birds eat just about anything. Crows even help farmers keep annoying pests in check. Crow meaning and symbolism. To the contrary popular belief, crows are commonly viewed as good omens. Crows are commonly believed to represent positive meanings such as transformation, destiny, intelligence, fearlessness, mystery, adaptability, and a higher perspective, as well as bearing some negative association with manipulation and mischief. The association between crows and death is perhaps most well known. After all, a group of crows is called a murderer, and they are often used as trope in horror movies to indicate that bad things are about to happen, especially to characters who have just seen them. Crows are largely associated with death because they are both scavengers and predators. As opportunistic eaters, they feast from time to time alongside other carrion eaters like vultures and eagles, going where death has occurred to seek out food. Because of this, crows are often portrayed as omens and of doom, but in actually they are highly intelligent and social creatures who just happen to be willing to be eat pretty as much as anything, as carnivorous and omnivorous must be if they want to survive in the wild. Crows are unique in the way they attend to their dead, holding funerals of a sort. More specifically, crows are known to gather around their dead, a practice known as mobbing, and to avoid nearby food in order to assess danger and trigger anti predator behaviors. So, no, crows are not evil, even if many people mistakenly believe they are bad omens because of how they are portrayed in media. The symbolic and spiritual association between crows and death is more one meant to represent opportunity and transformation. If you see a crow, pay attention. These amazing creatures have storied history in many cultures. If a crow is totem animal, it's a nod towards the wisdom, intelligence, and strength these creatures display. Native American crow symbolism. To many Native Americans, crows were often viewed as a kind of power animal and considered good luck. Some of their crow clans included the Hopi, Chippewa, Pueblo, and Menominee tribes. Crows, because they are occasionally carrion eaters, therefore hold a significant space of respect and good fortune. They were also perceived as tricksters because of their naturally high intelligence, but this also meant the crows were a smart choice of spirit guides, power animal, and total animals. Japanese crow symbolism. The crow meaning in Japan has a long mythological tradition. They are part of some of the oldest myths of spiritual beings called Tengu, meaning heavenly dog. They have played the part of everything from tricksters to punisher of those who go against heaven's will, and even spirit guides for emperors. In many instances in the Bible, ravens and crows were tasked as heavenly messengers charged by deities to bring food, water, and other sustenance to those under divine protection. One of the earliest mentions of ravens and crows is after Cain killed his brother Abel. Adam and Eve didn't know what to do with their son's body since they had never experienced death before. They observed a raven digging a hole and burying its dead fellow, and this is where they first learned how to bury the dead. Crow symbolism in Greek mythology. Ancient cultures had many meanings for crows, but the Greeks had a distinct belief in what these birds represented. They believed that the crow were a symbol of Apollo, a prophetic god, and that everything from the color of the crow to the number of them present and even the direction it flew from all held important meaning in the form of messages from the gods. Crow symbolism in literature. In many cultures, crows and ravens are often interchangeable and represented in stories, fables, and legends. These birds are an important part of many cultures, which can be seen in written mythologies, including Norse, Odin's bird, Hunin, and Munin, Celtic stories, Greek storytelling, and even Arthurian legend. In fact, these stories are so prevalent that in the 16th century England, it was forbidden to kill crows because of the story of King Arthur transforming into one. The crow raven has also been a large portion of many horror stories, one of the most famous, of course, being Edgar Allan Poe's poem The Raven, which depicted this bird as a sign of death but also a symbol of wisdom as Poe's character walks through his grief and loss over his love, Lenore. Crow versus raven symbolism. While crows and ravens are frequently mistaken for one another, their meaning is frequently similar in belief system. Crows are smaller than ravens, but they are both considered extremely intelligent, and people have trouble identifying which is which. They are linked to the same mythologies and symbolism. Therefore, most myth and belief regarding the crows represent is often the same as it would be if the bird was a raven in another telling. Crow spirit animal. Throughout history, crows have represented magic and transformation, and as a spirit animal, they are indicative of wisdom and intelligence. However, since crows are also considered tricksters, they can be used as a warning against being manipulative and using that intelligence to benefit yourself at cost of others. Crows as spirits animals often represent a sign that you have gathered enough wisdom to move on to another difficult task. Dead crow symbolism. Crows, living or dead, are often symbolic. If you see a dead crow, some believe this means you are nearing the end of one phase in your life and moving into another. This could be in your relationships, your job, or many other areas. Perhaps you are getting signs of spiritual awakening in your life that you need to pay attention to. Seeing a dead crow is a symbol of metaphysical death, meaning you are going to experience a change. So, what do the colors of crow mean spiritually? Black crow meaning Black crow symbolizes transformation, just as the night represents the transformation from day to night, so does the black crow. To get to where you want to go, you must go through the darkness to reach the light. Transformation does not happen in your comfort zone, and the black crow tends to make you uncomfortable so that you can achieve that transformation. White crow meaning White crows signify justice. If you have done good or bad, the white crow comes to tell you that your future will reflect that. Similar to karma, the white crow comes to tell you what goes around comes around. Crow spirit animals want you to act so you can have a bright future. Grey crow symbolizes your shortcomings. Grey crows serve the purpose of reminding you of how far you have come and how far you still have to go. Red crow warns of a quest for freedom that will be less than peaceful. The red crow means violence is near and you will likely have to fight for your rights that you have or that cause you are advocating for. Just because the crow is red, that does not necessarily mean the fight for freedom will end in bloodshed. It's shocking to believe that all crows aren't black. The majority of crows are indeed black, and the remaining population of crow is white, gray, or red. Crows that aren't black are extremely rare, so many people don't get the opportunity to see them in person or be aware of their existence. Crows meaning in dreams. Crows showing up in a dream can mean a variety of things and could be spirit guides there to guide you. A sign that new beginning is nearing, wisdom is needed, or that a life or death situation is coming soon. I hope it's not that. Um there are even spiritual meanings about feathers in your dreams. So the context of what the crow is doing is like the best way to identify the meaning behind your dream. So here are six things that crow might be doing in your dreams and what each of it means. We are just having fun. We are just you know this is all new. I mean, I also had no clue about all these uh, meanings and interpretation for crows. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. So I think you will, maybe while I'm going through these interpretation of dreams or spiritual meanings about crows, maybe you might be nodding to yourself and thinking, like, yeah, maybe this is possible. All right. Seeing a flying crow. So you're seeing a crow flying basically. The expression as the crow flies means to go in a straight line and reach your destination without obstacles or anything blocking your path. So, seeing a crow flying in your dreams means it's time for you to do the same. Head towards a destination and let go of the things keeping you from reaching it. It means that it's time for you to let go and be courageous enough to be vulnerable. It's time to gain all the freedom that comes with vulnerability so you too can be weightless enough to fly just like a crow. Okay, the second one is a crow chasing you. Such dreams means it's time you stop making bad decisions and running away from the consequences. Eventually all your actions will catch up to you. The crow wants to tell you it's time to come clean and be honest about your wrongdoing, so you no longer have to run. A crow on your arm or shoulder, this signifies that you are finally gaining enough emotional intelligence to understand what is going in your life. You are now well equipped with the wisdom to overcome or accomplish what you desire. That crow on your shoulder is like a spiritual chip on your shoulder, or rebirth is on the way. You are about to embark on a new beginning in life where the old you and your old passions will no longer be the same. Okay, the fifth one is pretty trippy. A crow biting you. I've not had that dream yet, crow biting me, but let's see what. Okay, this dream means you are harboring anger towards someone. Okay, the crow is reminding you that you are strong enough to deal with them, even though it might hurt right now. Okay. Sixth, catching a crow. This could be bad news. It may mean there will be an unfortunate death in the future that no one was expecting. What does it mean when crows gather around your house? A single crow? This means bad luck and that destruction may be in the near future. A pair of crows? This means harmony and good news. Three, this means a blessing of good health and for the household. Four, four crows. This means good fortune, abundance, and prosperity, especially if they are also cawing. Five crows. This means an illness or poor health will soon take over the household. Six crows. This is a warning that a robbery or theft will soon take place. Seven crows. This is a sign you should either travel or move soon. Eight crows. This means grief and sorrow are coming. A murder of crows. This means death is approaching the household. Some artworks or paintings that you must see: art of crows and ravens. So one of the most misunderstood birds is the crow and the raven. They have been demonized and also expressed with tenderness in poetry and art. Their keen sense of presence and awareness can be off putting to the observer. They are mischievous and also have the intelligence on par with primates and can solve complex problems. Crows are nature's fifth smartest animal species. Did you know that crows can recognize and remember individual faces? Many cultures consider crows to be the keepers of this sacred law, for nothing escapes their keen sight. Artists have also been fascinated with crows and ravens. From past to present, we can find inspiration in the curious and often misunderstood and mysterious crows and ravens. Okay, so we will be talking about few of our favorite artists and from prey to predator. Yeah, execute in detail to abstract to surreal. Yeah, each of the famous artists have represented crow or raven in a very unique way. So the first artwork is a study by Andrew White. Yeah, study for woodshed. So he has done a detailed drawing of the study from and use in his final works. And so you basically have paintings of, and here the crows are looked at as a prey, The painting was done in 1944. So you see, you have like these two ruffled up crows scooping down to probably get something to eat. And then you have a little bit more examples. And then the second artist is Whitfield with Crows by Vincent van Gogh, one of Van Gogh's final paintings before his death in July 1890 is. So you can see again, death is about to approach, because you see quite a lot of gathering of the crows flying over the field, and it's what I think it's evening time before, yeah, it's after sunset, I think, by the look of the color. And then you have third printing, Woman with a Crow by Pablo Picasso, in the blue period. This painting was produced towards the end of Picasso's blue period in 1904. The subject exudes mystery. A young woman kisses and gently caresses a crow, possibly a literary reference to the mysteries of Edgar Allan Poe, The Crow as Lovers. And then you have an illustration of the crow from 1921 book, An Argosy of Fables by Paul Bransom, July 1885 to July 1979, who was an American painter, cartoonist, and illustrator of animals. The crow in the painting is seen as savior. Fifth, we have Raven by Jamie Wyeth again. Talent runs in the family. James, okay. Raven by John James Audubon. So you have a detailed raven by master bird artist Audubon. He is here. The raven is represented in his natural element, the raven as self-sufficient and powerful. And then we have the Tree of Crows, also known as Raven Tree by Caspar David Friedrich. So the painting depicts a twisted oak tree, rare but for a few dead leaves, seen against the evening sky with crows taking flight. Intuitive crows. Wow. Hooded Crows by Bruno Ligier-Vers, painted in 1891. This was one of the first of the wildlife paintings outside the scientific realm that continues to be made today. Beautiful serene crows resting quietly. Magpie by Rick Bartow. Many of Rick Bartow's themes include crows as spirit animal. He explored connections between animal and spirit worlds, crows as surreal. And finally, 10th, we have Carré by Rudi Hülsmeyer. This modern German artist is a painter and author. His version of the crow is whimsical and yet possesses something extraordinary. A feel of magical images set in a stark setting. Let your imagination wander. The crow as whimsical and something more.